Hello everyone, welcome to our Python from Scratch series. So in the last video, we covered lists and dictionaries in Python. So now in this video, we'll be covering functions in Python. So function is like a machine. You give it something as an input and it performs some operation with it, and then it returns you something, or maybe it does not return you something. It just performs some operation. So this is the basic syntax of Python functions. We use def, which defines a function, and then the function name, like in this case we are writing greet, and then parenthesis, and then after that we do our operation. So function could be of without parameters and with parameters. So this one is without parameter, and the next one that we have is with parameters. Like in this, we are passing a name parameter that we want to print hello with name. So we are passing it from somewhere where we are calling this method, greet method, and then we are passing name, and then we are printing this name, which is passed by someone who is calling this method. So let's move to our Google Colab, and then we'll learn what all type of method that we can create in Python. Okay, so let me take a empty block. So we define our method with def, and then our method name like greet. Okay, so this is the so this is the basic syntax method in which we are just printing hello. Okay, so if you just ignore it. Okay, so oh no. Okay, yeah, so we have defined this method. Now someone have to call it. Okay, so we will have to call it, otherwise it will not execute. So let me call it now, and now play it. Yeah, it says hello. Okay, now we can pass a parameter to it as well. Okay, we can create the parameterized functions as well. So now, as we have taken in the example, we have name parameter. So we will, with hello, we will be printing the name as well. Okay. So now that we have parameter with our method, so we will have to pass it to call it. So let me pass Aman from here. This says hello Aman. We can have functions which, like, these functions are not returning. These are of void type. By default it is of void type, but there may be some function which will be returning something to us. Okay, so how we can create function which will be returning something to us? Okay, so for example, let me create a different method. Like for addition, I have def add is my method name, and I'm passing two parameters inside it, a and b, and I'll be doing some, please ignore it. I'll be doing some of these two. Okay, and add a and b, return a plus b. Okay, so now I'm doing sum of a and b, which user is passing to me, and then I'm returning this sum. So now I will call this method with passing two arguments like 2 and 6. Okay, so it should give me 8, right? It is printing 8. Now we can also store it inside a variable, like for example, result variable. I've created one result variable, so that whatever sum is written by this method, I am storing it inside this result variable, and then I can print it using this variable also, or I can use this variable in my code ahead. See, same, or if I can change it to like 2, so it is printing 4. Okay, so now let's understand default parameters. Default parameter is when you want to give a default value to a parameter inside a method. Okay, if user doesn't provide that parameter value, so that your function does not give any error. Okay, so it is basically a default value for your method. Okay, so like in this example, like I've shown you, this is a greet method and I am using the parameter as name. Okay, this method is taking name parameter. But in case if someone is calling greet method and they are not passing the name parameter, okay, so this method can fail. Okay, so that's why what I am doing is I am providing a default value friend, so that if they pass name value, that will be taken. If they don't pass any value, then by default friend value is taken. Okay, so let me show you with an example. Okay, so let me create greet with the name parameter and default value friend. Okay, and then what I'm doing, I'm printing hello and name. Okay, now if someone calls this greet method and they do not pass anything, so in this case what will happen? They are not passing anything, it will print friend, hello friend. See, it will print hello friend. The method is not failing, there it is not giving any error, it is using the default value friend. But in case if I pass my method name, let's say Aman, so now it will say hello Aman, because the value is passed to it. Okay, so that is the default parameters. Now comes the keyword arguments. What is it? Keyword argument is like you can name your arguments when calling a function. Okay, so for example, when you're calling a function which has multiple parameters, so you will have to pass the parameters in a particular order. Okay, but using the keyword arguments, you can pass it in any order, but you will have to provide what key you are passing. Okay, so let me show you with an example. So this is my method def introduce and it has name, it is taking name, it is taking age and it is taking city. Okay, and then I'm printing my name is name comma I am age years old and I live in city. Okay, so it is just taking these three arguments and printing the message by using the arguments value that we are passing. Okay, now if someone calls this method like this introduce, so what if they do not provide key, they directly provide the value, like they will have to pass like this Aman and age 22, second argument, and then city Delhi. Okay, and then if I execute it, my name is Aman, I am 22 years old and I live in Delhi. But in case if I change the order, okay, I pass 22 here and I pass Amit here. Now what will happen? My name is 22, I am Amit years old and I live in Delhi. Now in this way, the output that we will be getting is not correct. Okay, so in that case, in that scenario, keyword arguments play a crucial role. So what we can do is, in the same case, if we provide the key like this, age is equals to 22, name is equals to Amit, and then city is equals to Delhi. Okay, so I am defining here, take this value for age, take this value for name only, name parameter, and take this value for city. Now, if I execute it, my name is Amit, I am 20 years old and I live in Delhi. So that's how keyword argument work. Now comes the args. So what are args? So like when we create a method, sometimes we have a lot of parameters that we need to pass. Like in this example, if you go back here, we have 3 arguments in this case, but in some case we may have 8, 10, 20 arguments. So we cannot write arguments in the same method. So in that case, what we can use is, we can use star args. So args, when you don't know how many inputs someone will give you. Okay, if you have created a method and you don't know that the person who is calling this method can provide you 10, 20, 30 arguments, and you do not want to handle all these by changing your code again and again. So what you can do is, you can use this star args in that case. Okay, now let me show you with an example. I am taking infinite number of argument in this case. You can pass one, you can pass multiple. So let me show you how. Add all. If you pass just one, and let me store it, sum. Okay, and then let me print this sum 1. Okay, if I'm passing 1 comma 3 comma 5, it will be 5, 3, 8 and 9, right? Now I can pass 10, 55, 67, 88, 229. It's doing the sum of all this. So in this way, we can use the star args, where we can pass n number of arguments, and it can take n number of parameters here. Okay, but this is for single type. What if I want to pass different types of argument, but infinite, like there should be no limit, I can pass any number of arguments. So for that we use Kwargs. So use Kwargs when you want to accept any number of named inputs. It is very important to note this. It is used when you want to accept number of named inputs. Named inputs, its key value should be there, like we have used in the previous method. Let me show you. Here we were passing the named keywords. Okay, the named arguments we were passing here. So if you are passing named inputs, then only we should use Kwargs. So how we can use Kwargs? Let me show you with an example. So let me define a method def describe person. Okay, it is just a person. It will describe about the person. For a person, I will send different type of info. Okay, so for key, so it will be containing key and values. Okay, so for key we use key and value as well. In info dot item, it returns us items. Okay, and once it return us, we print it as key. What is the key of that? And then with this we print, let me put a space, or I can just put comma here, value. Okay, so I can pass different types of values, and this Kwargs will accept all different type of values, and just I'm iterating all these values and just printing them. So how we can pass that? Okay, so I have this describe person method. Now how I can pass it? I can pass name is equals to Amit. I can pass age is equals to number type. Okay, I can pass is adult. I am passing true boolean value. Okay, I am passing hobby is equals to music, one more string type. Okay, so I'm passing different types of value from here. Okay, now let me execute it. So now you can see it is printing all these values: name Amit, age 10, is adult true, and music is, sorry, hobby is music. So it is accepting different type of parameters, but we will have to pass the named inputs from here. Okay, so that was about the Kwargs input. So that was all about this video. We covered almost all type, or majorly the most used type of functions that we create inside Python. So you can just go and try out these. If you have any queries, you can just add a note in the comment section, and I will try to reply onto that and resolve your queries. Now see you in the next video, where we will be learning about the string handling. Thank you.